guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Brie. I'm going to be diving into the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. Oh my god, you have no idea how long I've been eyeing this thing. I just needed my possession, never saw it in real life. This is the first time I've seen it in real life when I opened it. Haven't touched it, haven't done anything with it. I've been waiting. This is one of the most unique color schemes I've ever seen and gorgeous color schemes. Like, let's just do an overview. Like what? Come again? Excuse me? Oh my god. If I do anything to this palette, I will literally throw up on camera. Today I wanted to create 3 different looks using this palette, like using the blues, the purples, the golds in here, like a little bit of everything. Let's see how long this is going to take because as you can tell, my hair is wet. I already showered, like I was ready for bed. And then I saw this palette and I was like, oh, we need to create a look with this now. At least one. So there are 18 eyeshadow colors. There are 9 buttery mattes, 6 high shine creamy metallics, 1 glitter powder, and 2 sheer multi-reflective shadows. Okay, so I'm not going to swatch the whole thing because we'll be here all day and I'm going to use a lot of it on my eyes anyway, but can we just take a minute? I'm living for these names. Like, this was one of the most genius palettes I've ever seen be created in my life. I'll just read off some of these names, like Utopia, Ultraviolet, Nebula, Galaxy, Off Balance, Supernova. I'm just obsessed with this, so this better live up to my expectations. Okay, to start, we're going to take Libra and put that right in the crease. So it is a bit powdery. You can see a bit of fallout, and like if I do that, there's a bit of kickback, but that never bothers me. But what I can say is the pigment, I thought it would be a bit brighter, but let's see as we build it up. Okay, yep, there she is. That is what I'm talking about. So as we build up the pigment, she comes through a bit more. I already feel like a space alien. Okay, so now I'm gonna take Hot Mess and put that further down in my crease. Oh, this is a black brush, clean one too, and this is coated. Oh. Okay. Alright. That's how it's gonna be. So yeah, what I could say about that color is start off with a little bit and then work your way up if you want to keep building it because it's definitely buildable. Like, look at that one compared to this one. And I'm just going to wing them out a bit. But I don't want to wing them out too much because I'm doing multiple eye looks, or hopefully. So I don't want to like mess up all of my makeup. I'm trying to take it off. Okay, so this one applied very intensely. So I'm just going to go back with that shade Libra and my fluffy brush and just kind of tone it down a bit. She's cute. Okay, so now we're going to stick that same shade Hot Mess on the outer corner and just pack it on to make it a bit more deeper than what I have in the crease right now. Okay, now with the even smaller, more dense brush, I'm going to take the shade Vortex, the shade down here, and deepen up my outer V even more with that. Okay, I'm going to take this smaller fluffy brush and go into that shade instead and just buff it on. And then take it up into the crease just a tiny bit on the outer corner. Okay, so now we're going to go into Ultraviolet, so that shade right here. Okay, so I'm going to clean off this brush, like the packing brush, more dense one, to pack that metallic on my eye. And at first we're going to see how it applies without water. I never put on a shimmer / metallic without water, so I think we're going to need a spritz or 2. But she didn't say water on the back of it, so let's try it out. Honestly, wait, this is honestly crazy. Look at how that just like came off when I put the brush in it. Look at the brush. Like, look at that. Maybe we won't need it. Wait, there's no way. Wow. She really was not lying with this. Wait, I'm like shook it. I mean, when it first applies, it applies creamy, but as you try to blend it out, like look at that first application. As you try to blend it out or drag the color further, it kind of fades out. So I think you could still spritz your brush. I'm gonna try the finger. See, the thing with my finger is my nails are too long, so I'm gonna spray the brush. Now let's go into it. That is a gorgeous color. I'm gonna go back into Vortex, and yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna cover up whatever I had of the hot mess because it didn't really do much, so I'd rather this color transition right into the purple. And I'm gonna go back with my fluffy brush that I actually took hot mess on. Go right in my crease to drag it out and blend it all. And I'm gonna go back with my fluffy brush with the shade Libra. Again, go over. I'm feeling this. Okay, so now I'm gonna take a flat brush, spray it, and add the shade Cosmic. So this one. And I'm just gonna tuck that in the inner portion of my eye and drag it into that purpley metallic color. This one I would say definitely needs a wet brush. Yeah. For the full potential to show through. Yeah. With the brush. I'm gonna take it up a little bit if you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna take it up a little bit and kind of halo it around that purple color. So like you see how I kind of dragged it up a bit further and into the purple in between the purple and the crease. I just want to open up my eyes a bit more that way. Alright, so now I'm going to take the brush that I used for Vortex and buff it under, just on the outer portion. And then I'm going to take Hot Mess and buff it all the way across. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the shade Ultraviolet again and just push that right in the center. And then I'm going to take the shade Cosmic and put it right on the inner portion. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the fluffy brush and Supermoon, swirl it. I don't know if that's gonna do anything on my brush, honestly. Yeah, there's just like little flakes coming off. Can you see that? Oh, okay. Alright, yeah, definitely did something. Did exactly what I wanted to. The flakes are kind of annoying though. Now I'm just gonna go in with Libra, the very first shade I took. Lightly go under everything. Just to blend it all out. So usually I apply liner and I would a little bit, but since I am taking this off and I don't want to take off all of my makeup, like my face makeup, and have to redo that again, I don't want to put black eyeliner on my face, try to take it off, and it runs down my face and messes up all of my makeup. So I think I'm just going to apply lashes. Okay guys, so don't mind the lashes. They look crazy because I don't want to get like mascara everywhere. So yeah, don't mind the lashes, but just look at this eye look. I'm like actually obsessed with it. It's just so pigmented. Like, what? I'm just so baffled by this. Like really confused as to how she did this. She went from that rose gold palette. That's the only palette of hers that I don't have, like the bigger ones. She went from that palette to like kind of getting a lot of shit for it, not gonna lie. And then she made it here. Like, you go, Huda. I'm obsessed with it so far. Let's get into the next look and let's see if the other colors hold up to these expectations at this point. Okay guys, I know I look crazy right now, but you have no idea how hard it was to just take off the eye makeup and try to leave on my concealer. Like, since I did my lower lash line, I had to take part of that off. The mascara that I said I wasn't going to put on, I put on anyway. ran everywhere. So like now we're left looking like this. But it's okay, we're just gonna work with it. Oh my god, my under eye. Oh my god. Alright, let's just go in. We're gonna go in with the shade Crash. So this color right here. I cleaned off all my brushes, so don't worry about that. We won't have any cross-contamination. Put that right in my crease. So this color honestly looks more like a mauve than the color in the pan. In the pan, to me, it looks kind of like a muted beige, if that makes sense, but like on the eye it comes off more mauve. So I wasn't expecting that, but we're here now. Let's work with it. I'm gonna take the same brush and go into Utopia. So like this more of a peachy color. I'm gonna place it right on top. So I didn't really want it to be a mauve. Now I'm gonna take a even like smaller crease fluffy brush and take the shade Karma and put that further down in my crease. Okay, so what I'm seeing with these mattes, the ones that I've picked up so far, you kind of have to keep dipping your brush in to get a lot of payoff. The color that I see in the pan is not the color showing up on my eyelid. I mean, it's a pretty color, don't get me wrong, but like, it's not what I was expecting. This still looks pink to me. I wish we had a deeper color to like deepen up the crease even more. I don't want to use the same colors that I used in the last look. So like I'm kind of torn because I want to deepen up even more, but whatever. Take another fluffy brush and go into Hot Mess again. That's like the purpley color of this one. I'm going to go into that again and just put it in my crease because I do want to deepen it up a bit. Kind of annoyed about this. So now I'm going to take my big fluffy brush and go back into Utopia and run it across the whole thing. I'm going to go back in with Karma and put it right over that shade that's called Hot Mess. I'm going to take my packing brush, spray it, and go into the shade Supernova. So this shade right here. Wow. Wait, this is actually gorgeous. It's like an orangey color with red and pink reflexes in it. So depends on how, like if your eyes close, it looks red, but if it's open, it looks orange. She really does the most with her palettes. Now let's try this side with my finger. Okay, so with my finger, I feel like it applies chunky and patchy. Like, that's not cool. Okay, we're gonna go back in with the brush. Okay, so now I kind of want to see what this topper, it's called Gold Glitch right here. I want to see what that will look like on top. So this topper just makes it pop a lot more, which is honestly crazy to say because it already did pop without the topper, just like the metallic alone. And I think that's all I'm gonna do for that look. I really want to do eyeliner, but like, how much will my eyes hate me for doing that? Let's do the lower lash line first. Alright, so I'm just gonna take Karma and run it through my lower lash line. My contacts are so dirty, I can't see. Okay, now I'm gonna go with this smaller kind of packing brush, but it's not dense, so it's not really a packing brush. I don't know how to describe this brush, but I'm just gonna go with it, go into Hot Mess and run that closer in my lower lash line. Sorry if my lower lash line looks a bit patchy. It's honestly because I had to reapply concealer over powder and like this stuff I used to take my eyes off, eyeshadow off. But it's not the shadows itself, it's everything I use to take it off. Oh my god, my eyes. So now I'm gonna go back in with that shade Supernova, the first metallic that I used, and just place it right here. Okay, with the same brush, I'm gonna go into the topper, Gold Glitch, and place it right on top. Okay, my final step is I'm gonna take this brush, I sprayed it, I'm gonna go into the shade Galaxy and place this right in my inner corner. So again, this is another color that as you dig into it, it has a different color shift than what it shows on top. So like it looked more gold to me, but it has a pink shift under it. So like as you can tell, that's like definitely more pink than gold. As you build it up, it gets lighter. Okay, so those are the eyes all complete. I'm kind of shocked because this isn't the look I was going for at all. Every time I touch the metallic, the color shift when you got deeper into the pan changed. It was more of like a pinky undertone, so we have like this bronze pink eye going on. I don't mind it. I actually really like it, and I don't have anything like these colors in any of my other palettes, so I'm highly impressed by them. I just wasn't expecting this. Alright, so my eyes are gonna say to me, but we're gonna apply some eyeliner and lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here's the final look. Again, please don't mind. I know I look crazy. My under eyes they hurt. They're in pain. The one thing I can say about this is you have to have a very good eyeliner to go on top of these, because the metallic and like the toppers really peek through, where you have to keep on going over it to make it more black and to make it not transparent, which then leads to more of, what's the word, like a thicker eyeliner that can get flaky. That makes sense. Like it happened with this eye. I don't really love it. It doesn't look smooth. I'm not like loving it. But that's the eyeliner, it's not the eyeshadow itself. But yeah, here's the second look. Again, I didn't put on bottom mascara because that would just, at that point I might as well go to sleep. Like that would be impossible to get off without ruining a lot more than what I've already ruined. Okay, let's now jump into the third and final look. Okay guys, so I'm back 12 hours later. As you can see, it's daylight outside. When I started the first two looks, it was dark out. I didn't do an all-nighter, no. I went to bed because putting that eyeliner on and trying to take it off without scratching my eyelids off and ruining the rest of my makeup, big mistake I don't recommend. So yeah, now we're back. Let's dive into these blues and see what Huda Beauty really brought to the table with these shades. Okay, to start out, I'm going to take the shade Momentum. It's very light, so I don't know if it's really going to show up on me, but we're going to try. Oh, even though it's very light, you can definitely still see it. Okay, now with... Can you guys hear my stomach? I'm starving. It's like 7:30 in the morning. I'm exhausted. This is my morning voice. Like, I haven't done anything but brush my teeth, wash my face, and here I am. We're going to take a smaller brush, smaller fluffy brush, and go into the shade Haze and put that right in my crease as well. Okay, so that wasn't as pigmented as I actually thought it was going to be. It might be a shade where you can build it up. I'm not loving that, but my eye tends to be a bit patchy right here in this area. It's never the shadows, it's always like, it's just my eyelid. I think it's just that dry patch of skin. So I'm just trying to like pat it on now and then do some windshield wiper motions. So I'm gonna take this packing brush and see if I can pack it closer to my crease. So I really want it to stand out. Packing definitely helps, like a lot. This is the shade that I was expecting to initially show, but I mean, I guess it is hard to make a very vibrant blue like this. Now I'm gonna go back in with my fluffy brush. Honestly, what I do like about this shade is how it looks like multiple shades are in my crease, but it's only that one. Okay, so one more time, I'm just gonna pack that color on a bit. I just wanna get the most intensity out of this color. Now back to blending. This blue is giving me mermaid vibes. Okay. I'm here for it. Okay, I really want to do a cut crease, but I don't have that much time, so I'm going to try to do a cut crease without like reconcealing my base and resetting it, because that would just take too much time and I am pressed for time right now. I'm going to take a flat brush and spray it. And then I'm going to go into the shade Mercury and put that all over the lid except for like the very inner portion. She definitely picks up a lot. Start in the center, wow. And just do like patting motions rather than swiping motions. So I feel like you get the most payoff that way. Okay, so when I'm pressed for time and I want to do like cut crease, but again, I don't really have time, what I usually do is pack my brush with the shade, and then after I already laid down the first coat, I guess you can say, I just swipe, but I make sure my brush is wet, and then place it exactly where I want it and make that halo effect with the shade. Well, that arch like motion. Like, it doesn't come out as good as a cut crease, but like if I'm pressed for time, this is what I do. I just like really tuck it in. So you see how it still kind of separates like the crease and the lid shade? That's pretty much what you go for with a cut crease. You want each one to stand out on its own. So I think this technique works if you really want one, but you're pressed for time. So again, all of these shades are beautiful, but they don't look like the pan when you apply them, after you apply them to the eye. So like this shade to me looks more like a turquoisey color. On my eye, it looks like a shimmery blue. I still am obsessed with it. I just feel like it doesn't apply as the same color in the pan on the eye. I'm gonna take like this pointed flat brush, spray it, and I'm gonna go into the shade Frazzled and put that on the inner portion of my eye. Just drag it upward to blend it together with the blue. I really only want to focus this color on this inner portion. And then again, do that same arch motion to pretend like it's a cut crease. The way to really master that technique is if you have like a glitter liner or something, then you can really just put that there and you're golden. So I feel like I need like a deeper tone right here. So I think we're going to go into Vortex, the darkest shade in the palette, and just buff it in my outer corner. I always feel like I need a dark shade to like lift my eyes and brighten them up. And I always just drag it out a bit. And then I'm going to take the same fluffy brush that I used the shade Haze, like that aquamarine shade. Put a little bit more and just go over all that's in my crease to blend those two shades like Haze and Vortex together. Just because I don't want to lose this pretty blue shade. So now I'm going to take the shade Nebula and run that all across my lash line, but I think it's a glitter, so this might be hard. Actually, first I'm going to go back into Haze and run that across my lash line. This look is so out of my comfort zone. Honestly, starting YouTube has made me come out of my comfort zone so much. Okay, now I'm going to just clean off the brush that I was using to use Vortex. And I'm going to go into the shade Karma and run that through. Not through, but like right under it. Just so that it blends into my skin. Honestly, now that I'm looking at it, I'm just going to take another fluffy brush and quickly run that shade at the very beginning of my crease. So now I'm just going to take like a flat liner brush, spray it. I don't know if this is going to work, now go into Nebula. Okay, so it's not bad, but if you want like the most intense and like what this shade is supposed to do, which it's gorgeous, I can already tell. Put a glitter glue down. Again, I'm just pressed for time, so. Honestly, I'm just gonna add a little bit right here in between these two shades. Okay, lastly, I'm just gonna go back in with the shade Frazzled, that shade that's tucked in the inner corner, and put it all the way around. Okay, now finally, I'm just gonna take like a round little dense brush and spray it, and then put on that shade Supermoon. It's like the white one right there. And put it right on top of this, because it's more of like a topper. Okay, so I'm actually living for this eye look right now. This is something I would never create on my own unless I was doing this for a video. And I'm really impressed by the way it came out. I'm just like highly impressed by this palette. But I'm gonna apply eyeliner, you know, do the whole thing, and then I'll be right back for final thoughts. Okay, so my eyeliner's done, my lashes, mascara, everything's on. I only did like a baby eyeliner because I really still wanted to see the blue and like all the work I just did. So yeah, I didn't want to disguise it and mask it with crazy eyeliner and lashes. But oh my god, I am literally obsessed with this palette. This is hands down her best palette that she's ever released. I would say this is one of my favorite palettes in my palette collection. It's just so unique, and I can create so many different looks using this palette that I can't with other palettes in my collection. This is the first palette I've actually used every single color, I think, in all of my palettes, and I'm in love with all of them. Like, I use every single shade in this palette, actually, besides Off Balance, and that's just a mauve, so like, it's fine, whatever. But I used every single shade in this palette, creating these 3 looks, and there's not one that I'm disappointed with at all. So, I mean, Huda, keep doing your thing. This is amazing. You can create so many different looks with this. I only created 3, but looking at the palette, I can create so many more, so many different ones. There were times where I was like, wait, maybe I want to do that color instead of this color, or let's dabble in that one. So like, this was not even the look I was going for. This look, I was trying to just do all blues. We have a pop of like a, I don't even know what shade that is. Like, it's an orange with like a gold greenish shift. The glitter is kind of like a bluish purple. It made those 2 shades, like that turquoise metallic and that orangey metallic, blend so nicely together, putting that glitter right in the middle of it. Can you guys see? Like, it just made it look so nice. That aqua, you can really intensify it. I have no more words. This is done. Like, if I reviewed this in 2019, this would be my favorite palette of 2019. Like, I'm really not even kidding either. It's on the pricier side. It's $67. Do I say it's worth it? If you're a makeup enthusiast like I am, it is well worth the money. But yeah, I'm in love. There's nothing else to say. Enough said. So those are my thoughts on this palette. Highly, highly approved. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Can't say enough. I'm obsessed. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you do, or if you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. You guys already know the deal. Come on, I shouldn't have to say this in every video, but like, come on. And yeah, just leave some comments down below requesting any video types. I still have a few other palettes that I haven't played with or touched that I can do a review on. Okay, yeah, anyway, I hope you guys have a great day and week and so forth, and I'll see you next time. Bye.